This is 6 News Now, sponsored by the University of Michigan.
Still trying to restore services after a train drove through a low-hanging power line late Saturday morning on Hagedorn, just south of Grand River, causing quite a bit of destruction. And take a look at the downed power poles. More than 24 were damaged during the incident. Signs for the nearby shopping complex were completely destroyed as well. In total, the combination of the downed wire as well as the high winds yesterday caused more than 5,000 residents to lose power. Officials say that no one was hurt, but the damage has already been done.
This is the worst destruction I've seen in our service territory. Cable somehow had sagged down in its path. We're not sure yet how that happened. It pushed the wires quite a ways down the track, and in the process broke over 30 poles.
Power to the area was restored around 6:30 p.m. last night. However, officials say the utility poles will take a week to fix. Mid-Michigan was not the only part of the state feeling those strong winds. Gusts reached nearly 70 miles an hour in other areas, leaving Michiganders all over without power. Here's a look at our regional consumers energy power outage map. As of around 30 minutes ago in mid-Michigan, you can see there are still some pockets of purple and orange. Those add up to a few hundred still without power. Officials with the DTE and consumers say almost all customers across Michigan should have service by tonight.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, as we head throughout the day today in mid-Michigan, the weather is going to be quite a lot more quiet than what it was just 24 hours ago. Temperatures, however, this morning are still fairly chilly outside. We're near the freezing mark across the board for the lower peninsula. We're at freezing here in Lansing as well as down in Hillsdale. 31 degrees the current temperature in Mason and down in Jackson this morning. When you factor in the winds outside right now coming out of the southwest, anywhere between 5 to 10 miles per hour in mid-Michigan, it actually does a number on our wind chill temperatures currently this morning. We're at 24 degrees for your current feels like temperature in both Lansing, Charlotte, as well as down in Hillsdale. 21 degrees the current feels like temperature in Jackson this morning. So you're definitely going to want to bundle up if you do have any early morning plans today. Satellite and radar, though, otherwise shows a quiet picture for all of us here in the Midwest, thanks to two lovely high pressure systems set up just down to our southwest. When looking for our next chance of precipitation, we have to go all the way over to the western coast of Alaska. This low pressure system over there is actually going to intensify as it rolls across the United States into our region, but we have a while before that comes. As we head throughout the day today, we're looking at highs of 46 degrees, mostly sunny conditions, but it is going to be fairly breezy as we head throughout the day today. Wind gusts only picking up to 30 miles per hour, though. 46 degrees is fairly above average where we should be this time of year, thankfully so. We still get to tap into the warm weather today and as we head throughout the next couple of days here. Here's a look at current traffic in the Lansing area. No major slowdowns on the roadways, and that trend continues across the board for mid-Michigan on this very chilly start to your Sunday morning.
Definitely. Well, today is shaping up to be a pretty good day, though. Not too bad out there.
Yes, so definitely get a chance to go outside if you do have the chance to.
Sounds good. Okay, thanks, Kendall.
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new local news app today. 6 News, here for you.
I'm Siobhan Klipfer, and if you're looking for a different kind of lunch break, check out the Daily Digital Debrief every weekday here for you at 12:30 on WLNS.com and on the 6 News app. It's a little bit of news, a little bit of weather, and a little bit extra. We'll see you.
Umoja means unity in Swahili, and that's exactly what the founder and manager of the Umoja House is trying to bring to refugees here in mid-Michigan. Here's Lansing Maid's Metro Malik to tell you all about one of mid-Michigan's safe havens.
It's Metro Malik. I'm in the lovely east side of Lansing.
Hello, my name is Andrew Dombowski, and I am the project manager here at Umoja House.
Hi, I'm Charlotte Burnett, and I'm the founder of Umoja House.
You're creating a very unique space here and it's creating community. Tell us what that is, please.
Yeah, so Umoja House is a home for all types of migrants, including international scholars, refugees, asylees, and internally displaced peoples. And when I say internally displaced peoples, that includes those experiencing domestic violence or have been forcibly removed from their house because of their sexual orientation.
You basically came up with this idea because you saw a need and it wasn't being fulfilled, and then you bought a house.
I bought a few houses, yeah. Thanks to my job at Michigan State University, that 13 years of college finally paid off and I got my job, and now I've been able to give back to the community that raised me.
Wonderful. Now, in this space, what would people find in this welcoming space?
Yeah, so we have rooms available for one night or up to 12 months, starting at $35, and then goes and has a progressive rate, so between $700 to $900 a month. And that's mostly for our international scholars and for family members of the East Side and the Lansing community. And part of that money goes back to subsidizing other people who wouldn't be able to normally stay with us. And what that includes is all utilities, access to bicycles, hopefully one day access to Vespas, the use of my vehicle if needed, Wi-Fi, access to computers. We had a friend of mine donate a new computer to each one of the houses. And that's not just open to our guests, it's also open to the public. So if you find yourself on the east side and in need of some Wi-Fi, we really would love for you to come and see what we're doing here.
And so if people wanted to get more information, how would they find that?
Yeah, you just go to umoja.house and you have all of our contact information, a little kind of bio about what we're doing and what's involved, and then you can also directly book on our website or apply for assistance.
Well,
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new local news app today. 6 News, here for you.
a woman in Williamston has a brain disorder that slows down her speaking, and she can lose her balance sometimes when walking. She says it was difficult explaining this disorder to her grandchildren, so she came up with a creative way to teach them, and she hopes it can help other families as well. Here's Sunday Spotlight on Tony Talbot.
Nana started to wiggle her arms and her hands would shake in strange ways, or she would get really stiff, so much so she could hardly move.
This past year, Tony Talbot wrote a children's book.
My Nana has Parkinson's, teaching young children about Parkinson's disease.
Parkinson's is a brain disorder she's lived with for more than a decade. Tony was diagnosed at 46 years old.
It's been slow to show itself, and so for 15 years I've been dealing with this, but the last few years have been the most difficult right now.
She says her disease got in the way of her career.
I had my own company called Human Resource Management Services, which I sold because of my Parkinson's.
Tony has 4 grandchildren. She says her inspiration for this book came from a moment she had with her grandson.
My grandson came up to me just as I was having a real bad, I call them my spells, and he got really scared and ran away from me.
Tony was experiencing some symptoms of her Parkinson's in front of her grandson.
He looked at me and he goes, Nana, what's wrong with you, you know? I pulled him aside and I told him And then it has Parkinson's. It's a disease that she can't do anything about.
After that moment, Tony says she dreamt about publishing a book about the disorder, so last fall, she started writing.
It just came from my heart, I just knew what I had to say, and it was almost like I was predestined to do this for some reason.
Tony based the book off of that experience with her grandson.
One day I saw my nana's hands shaking really, really hard, and they wouldn't stop. This scared me so much I ran away from her.
She says the main character has a bit of all her grandkids in him.
He's got Felix's hair, he's got Yvette's eyes, he's got Luna's nose, and Caden's smile.
The book walks through what Parkinson's is.
She said most people don't have to think about walking and talking, but for people with Parkinson's, every move has to be thought about.
And the different ways Tony copes with her disease.
Nana exercises, takes her medicine, and does her therapy.
Including activities she does in her day-to-day life. Like playing cards with her husband.
It's a good thing we're not keeping score.
It took Tony a year to write and self-publish the book, and she hopes her and her grandson's story can help other families understand this complex brain disorder as well.
But my goal is to get them in the hands of people who want them and who need them for their grandkids.
A disease that does not have a cure, but one Tony says she does not let define her.
She may have Parkinson's, but Parkinson's doesn't have her.
You can find Tony's book at store.bookbaby.com. Tony says she hopes to write more children's books about other diseases as well.
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new local news app today. 6 News, here for you.
I'm Siobhan Klipfer, and if you're looking for a different kind of lunch break, check out the Daily Digital Debrief every weekday here for you at 12:30 on WLNS.com and on the 6 News app. It's a little bit of news, a little bit of weather, and a little bit extra. We'll see you then.
In Howell today, kids got the chance to have breakfast with Santa. It was hosted by the group Veteran Service Dogs Organization. The group helps connect veterans suffering from physical or mental traumas with the service dogs, all for free. Almost 500 people showed up. They got to enjoy pancake breakfast, take pictures with Santa, and donate to the organization.
It's really a wonderful feeling having the community pull together. And that's one of the great things about this area of the state. This county and this area, the citizens of the community are wonderful and supportive, and it really feels good.
The girls love dogs, so that's awesome, and then anything to give back to the community is always good.
Organizers say that thanks to the proceeds raised today, 100 veterans will be able to get service dogs.
This is 6 News Now. We will begin in 60 seconds. Six News Now will begin in 30 seconds. This is 6 News Now, sponsored by the University of Michigan, Flint.